Well, the mother has been left feeling humiliated after American comedian Arj Barker told her to leave during his show, all because she brought a baby who she was breastfeeding. Arj defended himself on the Today Show a short time ago.
Had no idea if she was breastfeeding or not. Let's stop talking about that.
Okay.
I couldn't see well enough to know that, Carl. And I'm glad that you're letting me stress that point. Thank you. I didn't mean to raise my voice, but, listen, mate, I was sad when Curb Your Enthusiasm went off the air. I didn't realize a week later I'd be living it. This is something that I want to clear up. I have no animosity towards anyone. I just want to tell jokes and do a great show. And so I want to offer her child a complimentary ticket to my show, and it's post-dated 2039.
It was quite something this morning, wasn't it? Very animated Arj there. And mother, Trish Ferranda, joins us live from Melbourne. Trish, good to see you. Thank you for your time this morning.
Hey, Trish. How's your morning going?
It's school drop-off time, so not great. Just taking the best out of the bed.
Oh, we'll take whatever time you can give us. We're grateful for it. Arj said this morning that he was really sorry for any offence. He didn't see that you were breastfeeding. How does that all sit with you?
That's fine. I didn't have an issue with him seeing if I was breastfeeding or not. It's probably a good thing that he didn't see that I was breastfeeding. I think that the thing that I wanted to highlight was that he's come out and said he politely asked me to leave. And if he had have politely asked me to leave, I don't think I'd be talking to anybody about it at all. And what politely asking me to leave would look like to me, and, feel free to have your own opinion about this, is to off the mic, just come over to the side of the stage like you did, but off the mic say, hey, actually, it's a bit loud for me. It's disrupting your mind. And I would have been mortified that I'd interrupted the show, and I would have been out of there quicker than you could blink. And I would not be talking about it. But that's not what he did, it's not what I felt, and it's not what other people have witnessed either. He came over and he was on the mic, and he was using the mic and his position on the stage to intimidate me. And he did that in front of all those people. And then he called on the crowd to support him in it. And as we left and the crowd was yelling out abuse, he stood there and all he said was, I'll give you a refund. And this is the issue. We can debate about whether I should have been there or not with the baby, and everybody's going to have their own opinion. And I've obviously got mine. I brought my baby because it is dependent on me for the breastfeeding, which is why I've spoken about breastfeeding. But I don't think that that's the real issue. And I've been saying it all of yesterday, and it keeps getting lost in this debate of should she have been there.
Well, this is why we have you on. This is why we have you on, because we want to hear from you and what you're going through. Arj is, he's apologetic. Do you accept his apology, or are you just not buying it?
To be honest, I haven't heard an apology. I've heard him offering me free tickets to his show, and this is my 5-year-old who's unhappy. Probably feeling some of the stress, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I would never bring him to a show, believe me. But yeah, I've not really heard a lot of what I just said. The only thing I've sort of keep hearing is that he felt it was disruptive. That's fine. And he politely asked me to leave, and that's the bit I take objection to, because I don't feel that that's actually what happened. And I feel like where it goes all goes back to the way women are treated, particularly. And I know people think people get on your high horse. You get abuse for speaking out about this, and and I feel like it's little things like this all together that if we just let it go and say it's okay, nothing ever changes. And I'm not the kind of person that loves to do this stuff. Believe me, I would rather be just driving my son to school right now. But I feel like, as embarrassing and difficult as it is, it's also really important. And I want to set that example. I've got daughters, I've got nieces, I've got friends with children that are female. And, if we don't talk about it and we don't highlight it when it happens, then how is there ever going to be any change? And that's where I'm coming from. Whether, people agree with that or not. I know Alan Marnie, the comedian, was there. She was in the audience. She witnessed it. She's spoken out about it, and she's been abused for that, And the fact that people think that that's okay, to me is frightening, to be honest.
And Trish, I think you should be commended for the strong position that you're taking as well. I think when everyone first heard about this, certainly when I heard about it, I thought, oh, he's just being a comedian up there, you know, having a joke with you. But when he was serious, it kind of did take more of a, you know, a negative turn. And no one wants to experience that when they're paying to see a show like that.
No, and, you know, while he was using the mic, it sounds like it's part of the show. He's a comedian. I'm not sure if he's being serious or not.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but had he come off the mic and just spoken to me, I would have known he was serious, and I would have been out of there like super quick.
So
Trish,
Trish, is that a no? Is that a no on the concert?
This was not the best way. It might have caught him off guard.
Trish, is that a no to the concert?
I think that's a no.
To stand there and allow people to shout abuse.
Can you hear
I
me?
mean, even if you're caught on guard, is that acceptable?
Hey, Trish, I'm sorry to interrupt. Was that a no to the concert, or would you be willing to get a babysitter if we paid for it and go along to a concert?
Well, I don't know. It'd have to be a wet nurse. Is that still a thing these days? Or...
Maybe you should have your own show, Trish. That material. Well done.
I love it. Hey, we're sorry you've been through all that stuff, and we wish you all the very best. Thanks for coming on. It's caused a national debate. So you from Werribee and Victoria, you got some power. Thank you so much.
Thanks again, Trish.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Let us know
guys.
what you think about that whole thing, and we're talking about it a little bit later as well with your feedback.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?